but it's not going down soon. And see right here, every corner you turn, they're killing the working class. Because ultimately what Esau want to do, they just want to have the upper class and they want to have the goyim, so to speak, like they call it. They want to have people that completely rely on this infrastructure so they can get the karagma, the badge of servitude. That's what they want. And you see this right here, let me go to this video.
Employment rate continues to climb. We're getting some insight on some of the jobs that are hit the hardest and why there could be some good news on the horizon. Jeff Slauson with the 19 Data Journalism team is here. And Jeff, you spoke to some experts about this matter.
Yeah, the key here is going to be seasonal jobs. Seasonal jobs, obviously, depending on what it looks like outside and how people are feeling. And the thing is, with those seasonal jobs, that has affected our recent job report. So obviously, if the next quote-unquote season of them improves, so will the report as well. Let's start here with just the unemployment numbers and then go into specifically why it's getting to this point. 4% unemployment rate, that's what we're seeing right now in the state of Ohio. 3.4% inflation. Now, I spoke to experts from Policy Matters Ohio earlier today, and they said inflation is playing a massive role into the 4% unemployment rate. In fact, that is the highest unemployment rate that we have seen since 2022, just out of the pandemic, just when we were starting to see more businesses opening here in the state of Ohio. Just in the last year.
You see, this is not good, man. First they were saying the employment rate was going up, now they're saying it's dropping. It's basically unemployment happening more than employment. You see, this place circling the drain, man. And you got this shit going on over here in Rafah. This is only gonna escalate.
I am asking for
let me skip past this.
every pro-Trump patriot watching this video to click the link below.
This is what's going to cause Babylon to become a memorial, whether Esau like it or not. Now, let me see. Go back to it. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 20, says, "Therefore hear the counsel of Ha'adawan that you have taken against Edom, and his purposes they have proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flocks shall draw them out. Surely shall make the habitation desolate with them." This place is going to be a memorial along with that land of faith.
Hello, I'm Geetha Gurumurthy. Welcome to BBC News Now. And we begin with the Israel-Gaza war. And there is growing condemnation of an airstrike near Rafah, which Palestinian officials say killed at least 45 people, including women and children at a refugee camp. An Israeli government spokesman says the initial findings of its investigation are that an airstrike against a Hamas compound nearby set off.
In the comments, they're like, this is what our taxes are paying for, not schools for our children, social care for our vulnerable, no hospitals for our sick or homes for our people. It's just this indescribable horror. And see, what's going to happen with situations like this, it's going to cause a civil war. I just watched this movie, so if you argue, watch these videos and tune in, you get a chance, look at the movie Civil War, and it's going to basically break down how society going to get, because people going to get fed up with this shit. They're going to realize how hard shit is, and how they don't have access to all these resources because they're getting sent across seas for shit like this.
A fire which killed the Palestinian civilians. The Palestinian presidency in the occupied West Bank described the strike as a massacre and accused Israel of deliberately targeting displaced people. Egypt has also condemned the attack and called on Israel to implement the order by the International Court of Justice to halt its military offensive in Rafah. French President Emmanuel Macron says he's outraged by the Israeli strikes on Rafah, and Qatar also says it could hinder reaching a ceasefire deal.
But see, there's not going to be no ceasefire. The scriptures say they should mention peace and safety, then sudden destruction should come upon them. They can mention all them peace talks and all that shit all they want, but it's not going to go down like that. Because ultimately, Yahushua already wrote out and gave certain people access to know what's about to happen before it happened. And you can see it playing out right now. So let me get just one more precept and I'll end this off. Let's see. Now, in the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 17 says, "For in 1 hour so great riches has come to naught. Every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off." Why? Because everybody that trade and do business with this place, they're going to be looking shocked and astonished like, damn, why all this, what the fuck? That place was just thriving, and there was the employment rate. They're going to be looking at that shit and realize they ain't going to make no money off this place. Now, Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 19, it says, "And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate." And this place is definitely going to be made a memorial. So I just want to bring this out. I don't want to write this out. It's edifying. Call